Well, I'm going to be honest with you. Sexuality today is triggered by fear. It's not triggered or it's not awakened by the fluid circulation of energy and the meeting of another person whose energy is fully circulating, and there's a potentiality, a resonance that enhances it. So it enhances the circulation, and something wants to be birthed. In your average person, the nervous system is already shot and is barely containing itself and functioning, and has 1,001 compensations. And the mind has been manipulated. As we're kids, we are being manipulated. We don't receive love from our mothers. Our fathers, as men, are almost our enemies, and we fear them. Mom uses us and manipulates us and plays with us at an age where we are the most susceptible and the most needy, which triggers in you learn certain kind of sensations. So, of course, you grow up, you compensate, you create a facade, but deep down, that's how your nervous system rolls. And when you meet another person, they're in the same way, and maybe there's a complementary, oh, she attacks this way, this is her response, and I get attacked exactly there. So there's a meeting. But the meeting is technically coming from a place of fear. It's not coming from a place where I'm full, she's full, and then we can be fuller. It comes from a place of I'm lacking, she's lacking, and I want to take or I want to be taken from. It's coming from fear. And that fear is associated to sexual arousal. Because in a way, it is. But it's not at all what I'm talking about. Fear turns you on. Some people, it turns them on and they become aggressive. Some people, they get turned on and they collapse. But something happens and it takes over. And it activates your primal energy centers. So if a person cannot relax, how are they supposed to discover sexuality if genuine sexuality is the circulation of energy in your nervous system? Well, the energy doesn't circulate in your nervous system unless you're afraid to lose, afraid that somebody takes from you, afraid that somebody kills you or annihilates you, afraid that somebody humiliates your ego. This is what arouses your average person. Your average person lives off of the energy of fear, which we've spoken about multiple times, can be split in 5. Lust, greed, ego, attachment, and greed. So when these energies are activated, which means fear, people get aroused. And when they find somebody that they can play with, there's a form of attraction. So that's what your average person calls sexuality, and that's what people call sexual compatibility. Okay, it's not I don't understand. Of course I understand. But it's the game of predator-prey. And neither are predator nor neither are prey. Everybody's looking for their fix. The prey is looking to become negatived, and the predator is looking to be positived. Right? The predator wants to be plus, 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 and the prey wants to be minus, minus, minus. So they want to get high, and that'll turn them on. The world that we live in is insane, and we today take for granted that insanity because it's become normal. You watch a person, and this is not to disrespect the people who engage in such activities, because this is just the world it is, and it doesn't mean that these activities, people don't do amazing things. But I'm like, this guy's skateboarding and doing like these ramps, and is flying over like 18 buildings while flipping like a helicopter. What the fuck is this? This is the emancipation of mankind. I'm like, no, this isn't. That's a person who's insane. In their world, they say I'm an adrenaline junkie. I'm like, yeah, well, what's adrenaline? It's fear-based, and they learn to master riding that fear-based adrenaline impulse. So yeah, I can respect that, because at the end of the day, they're learning to surf. But what are they surfing? They're not surfing the current of life. They're surfing fear. They're insane. They get so fucking high. Literally, they're like literally flying high, and they get so fucking high. Now imagine that person lands and then wins a trophy. How fucking high are they? Right? So this is normal today. Because this is, wow, he's amazing. Yeah, I'm not removing that this guy is fucking, what he's doing is fucking awesome. I'm not removing that. But I'm not stupid to not understand what that person is actually doing. Now imagine that fucking person is going to go to the bar or the club after. What kind of girl is going to want to hang out with that guy? A sane, wholesome woman? Look how fucking high that person is. So what kind of psychopath is going to be drawn to that level of intensity? And what is she looking for? Love? Or is she looking for a fucking high? And what kind of high is she? That's what I'm trying to say. So it's not any kind of girl who can hang out with a guy who can flip in the sky like a helicopter for 18 meters. Right? It's a particular kind of person. So is that love? Listen, I'm not here to say anything. I'm just saying, well, that's what you people call sexuality. And this is normal now. This is beautiful. This is chemistry. And I'm like, yeah, okay, right. Like, if it works for you, it works for you. It doesn't work for me, so. It's very short-lived, and no matter how intense it is, it's never intense enough and never really satisfies you. So, anyways, the point of what I'm trying to say is like, that's not resonance. It comes from a lack. I lack something, she has it. She lacks something, you have it, but do you really have it? Does she really have it? It doesn't really matter, but something is had, and then we just, something happens. Anyways, maybe that makes sense, maybe it doesn't.